So I'm just starting my pet sit in Napa. I have done pet sitting for these clients before, and it's a beautiful little home in Napa, and not a bad place to sit, right? And I've got this little cutie to take care of, and apparently she loves these little balls. You want to get it? And when I walked in, she was looking at me and kind of making a funny little cry, like, "Who are you and what are you doing in my home?" And she started shaking and trembling, and I just felt so bad. And I don't like to get right in their face right away and stick my hand out and stuff. I want to let them more come to me. So ways I try to bond with the pet is to either have a treat ready to go or do something like this. I literally met her 5 minutes ago, and she's already wanting to play with me. And so we went out and played ball because I knew that would be a good icebreaker, as it were. This is Rylee. Uh-oh, the ball went underneath. Uh-oh. And she's a Welsh Terrier, which I don't think I have ever sat before. And she's getting over pancreatitis, the client told me. Where'd the ball go? Oh, no, where'd it go? Where is it? I think it's underneath. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Did it fall down? Let's go see. Let's see. I don't see it. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm going to have to find something long to get the ball out from under the bench. So anyways, I get to pet sit this little cutie for a week. I guess I better help her find the ball. So this little cutie, we've only known each other an hour or so, and she's already sitting on my lap and being a total love bug. So this is going to be so fun. We went for a walk. We played ball. I gave her a little treat. So she's my best friend now. Right, Rylee? Let's see those eyes. Where are they? Let's see those eyes. She's got the most interesting face. She's got that long nose. Yeah. But she's a cutie. She's a sweetheart. She was really easy to walk. The dog that my client had before was an old, elderly, oh my God, Australian Shepherd. I'm forgetting. And she was a sweetheart, but I guess she passed away. So now they have this doggie, and she's a little sweetheart and really fun. I can't believe that I get paid to do this. I mean, this does not feel like work to me. No, it doesn't. It does not feel like work. No. I get cuddles from a little cute doggie. Really? Oh my goodness, she's already my heart. And oh, Emily backlit. She's already. Look at Dad. Look at you. Look in the camera. Look in the camera. Show the people your cute little face. So, yeah, I just can't believe I get paid to do this. I mean, like, this is just too funny and hysterical. Oh, you got a sticker. There's a sticker on your paw. Let's get that off. Yeah, I'm gonna, like, even after the app takes their cut, I'm gonna make like $1,200 for 1 week's work. This is the beauty of living in an upscale area, is you can charge more. For whatever reason, the app is charging a holiday rate right now. I'm working in January, and so it's the holiday rate that they quoted the client. And my client was willing to pay it. So I just can't believe that I get paid that well to take care of dogs like this. You've already won my heart. Yes, you have. Oh dear, I'm already worried about the day I have to leave you. Oh, that's often hard. I have cried when I really bond with a pet, I must say. But you eventually get over it, so that's life, lots of change. But yeah, I was thinking on the walk that I really love doing this. It makes me feel like I'm actually helping animals, which I love animals. I'm a great animal lover. And so it makes me feel like I'm doing something to help animals. So doing my little part because, you know, their owners have left and they're usually sad. And so I try to give them as much love and attention as I can. First couple of days, I don't plan anything. I try to be around as much as I can to just be with them and get them through the little hump of missing their owners and stuff. So I just feel like I'm doing my part to take care of animals, and that's a wonderful thing, a wonderful feeling. That's why I love doing this. And then it's always exciting to actually, a lot of times you are, you know, pet sitting in really nice homes, and it's certainly a lot nicer in these homes. I mean, the space-wise, for one thing, than living in an apartment. So it's a great way to kind of get out of your own space and feel like you're on vacation, you know, to do the house sitting and be in a different area even. So it almost feels like you're, I don't know, staying in an Airbnb or a resort or something. So it's really great. And then you have these great animals to take care of. Now, not every animal is as wonderful as this. You know, sometimes you have animals that have little weird quirks and stuff. And you have to be prepared to deal with that. But I've never had anything, I've been doing this a number of years, and I've never had anything bad happen. So I'm ultra cautious. Like, I don't ever, like, even if the client said, oh, take him to the park and let him off leash and let him run around, I won't do that because I just don't want anything to happen on my watch. So I'm ultra conservative. I don't let them go up to other dogs. I don't let them off leash. I'm super careful about, like, not opening the door unless they're on a leash or something, because I don't want them to run out, especially when they're feeling a little anxious and they might go try to find their owners. So thankfully nothing's ever, you know, bad happened because I'm super super aware of ways they could get out and get lost. So I just try to be super careful with that. But yeah, I mean, you have to adapt to the animals. I mean, they might get up much earlier than you're used to. So that's one thing you have to, like, be willing to deal with is if you're used to getting up at, say, 7:30 and they get up at 6, then you have to kind of adapt to that. A lot of times they'll wake you up and you have no choice in the matter. So you have to be willing to be somewhat adaptable. You know, sometimes they want to sleep on the bed with you. That's what they're used to. And you may not be used to it, but you have to adapt to it. So there's things like that you have to kind of be willing to be flexible and adapt to whatever the needs of the pet are. I even had cats scratch at the door, you know, to wake me up at 5 a.m. to be fed. They were these huge roly-poly cats and they needed their food. So I had to get used to getting up at 5. So sometimes, you know, on some pet sits, I've been a little sleep deprived just because they're on a different schedule than I'm used to. But I mean, that's a minor thing to deal with, you know. I mean, especially when it's just temporary, like this sits for a week, and so, you know, it's not putting me out that much at all to adapt. And I don't know yet if she's going to be, you know, in the bed with me tonight, but we'll see. She's obviously a really great lap dog, which I just absolutely love, of course. I just can't believe how she's already so affectionate. When I got here this morning, she was trembling, and she was, like I said in the previous video, she was trembling and really scared and making these funny noises. And like I said, if you just do something, like, don't approach them right away, let them come to you, and do something they like, play with them or give them a treat or something. So in any case, you know, this is what I would be doing on the road full time. Now, I'm used to going to these houses and then going back home again, and I always look forward to going back home. And I am worried about, you know, feeling like, oh gosh, okay, I'm done with this pet sit, and now I have no home to go to, no base to go to. And all I have is my little bed on wheels. And so I am worried about that. I think it's going to be hard to deal with initially. And I don't know how long it'll take for me to get past that and get used to the new, and adapt to the new way of living on the road. But I'm confident that, you know, it'll be hard at first. And I'm going to go through feelings of like, I feel unmoored, and I feel lost, and I feel like I don't have a home, and I'm feeling a bit homeless. I think that's probably normal emotions that you feel when you try to make a big change like this and go on the road full time. There's definitely a period of, you know, time that you need to adapt to the new situation. So I already know it's going to be hard, especially in the beginning, and then hopefully that will lessen as time goes. You know, you get too used to things and then you adapt. I remember reading that humans are so good at adapting, you know, even in war, if you're, you know, like you're experiencing bombs going off in your, you know, right in your area, humans will adapt and make it work. So it's like we adapt to things, you know. Doesn't mean we necessarily like it though, but we adapt. But I think that there'll be a trade-off, you know. Yes, I'm going to be missing having my own home to go to, but I will be seeing and having all these adventures and seeing beautiful places and doing what I've always wanted to do. So I'm hoping to, you know, do this along with some unpaid sits, and then lots of camping in between in beautiful places. So that's the hope and the dream and the goal. So I'm getting excited, and got everything unloaded from the car this morning. It's usually the day where you're moving into a new place where there's a flurry of activity. You know, you've got to do all your packing and then drive to the home and then unpack and, unload and then unpack everything. So that can kind of be a bit of a hassle, but it's okay. And I probably will end up doing slow travel as much as I'd like to do fast travel. I probably will try to do more slow travel. But, yeah, I just feel so lucky that I can do something like this. And like I said before, a lot of these homes I get to stay in are quite lovely. So this is going to be really nice for me. And they have a beautiful backyard, and so it's just going to be really great. So just wanted to share with you kind of what it's like to do a pet sit. And I will talk to you later. Bye for now. Well, it's my last day with sweet little Rylee, and I'm feeling that sense of dread that I have to leave her. I really bonded with this little cutie. I just went out to go get something to eat and explore Napa a little bit, and I thought, you know what, I got to get back to my little girl. I miss her already. So I raced back home to spend the day with her. I really didn't go out much this week. It was raining a lot, so I just spent a lot of time with this little girl, and we really bonded. Turns out she's got a real ball fetish. She just loves to play ball, fetch ball, and she could literally go for easily an hour playing ball. So we would do at least one long session a day, if not, one long, one short. But it seems like all she thinks about is that ball. She just constantly wants to play with her ball. And she's just so adorable. I've never had a dog do this where she would drop it into my lap, like I would be sitting on the outdoor chair, and then she'd hop up she'd put her front paws on the chair and drop it in my lap to make it more convenient for me. I just love that. I just love that she would do that. She'd drop it right in my lap. Didn't you, little girl? Didn't you, Rylee? You're just so sweet. And boy, she's so fast and so athletic, taking flying leaps to get to the ball. And she couldn't always see it right away where it went, but she was relentless in trying to find it. Show that little cute face. Just going all over the yard trying to find the ball. Sometimes it would fall down below off the deck. But she'd always find it. And I've never had a dog like this that loves to play ball so much. It's literally her favorite thing to do all day long. And she was really sweet. Most of the time she would sleep on the couch over there at night, but sometimes she slept with me, and that worked out perfectly for me because I don't always sleep well when a dog's sleeping with me, because I tend to not want to toss and turn very much and disturb them. And then sometimes, they're laying between your legs or too close to you, and you can't really turn as much, so I don't get as good a sleep. So it was perfect that some nights she would just sleep out here, and then other nights she would sleep with me, and it gave me a chance to get some good sleep. I felt a little bit better if she was out here on the couch sleeping, just because the sliding glass door here behind me does not work. It would not lock. And although this is a very safe neighborhood, I still feel a little nervous leaving an unlocked door, at night when I'm sleeping. But I figured she's right here on the couch. If somebody even stepped out onto the backyard, she'd be going crazy and barking, wouldn't you, honey? You would be barking and warning me. Yes, you would. She was a good little watchdog. She barks at any noises she hears outside. So she's a good little watchdog. So this is the hard part of dog sitting, is having to leave, the pets, and in particular, especially the ones that you really bonded with, like I have with this one. And I think I'm probably going to cry a few tears, because I don't know if I'll get to see her again. I'm going to be leaving town, so even if the client called me, I may not be available. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll get to see her again, so I think I'm going to cry a few tears on this one. I already missed her today. Like I said, I couldn't wait to get back. So that's the hard part of these dog sits. We'll go out and play in a minute. She wants to play. Is to, get really attached to them, and then you have to leave them and say goodbye, so that's really tough. But like I said, with every, with any little mini loss, you get over it in a few days. But there's definitely dogs that I, sat 5 years ago, and I still remember them so well because I loved them so much. So there's certain pets that you just, hey honey, no, don't get up there. She's trying to get to the counter where the food is. That's the other thing she's obsessed with, is food. No, Rylee. No, get down. Get down. She's food obsessed too, you know, so she would sit right next to me looking for treats and stuff. So I tend to spoil them a little bit, probably more than I should. Let her lick out the bowl when I maybe had some yogurt or cottage cheese, and let her lick out the bowl, which I'm sure is fine. I always worry on these sits though, you know, if I'm training them to do something new and the owner comes home, they're like, huh, boy, she's sitting next to me now every time I eat my yogurt. What happened here? Did you train her to do that? Like, oops. You know, you feel a little guilty. But anyways, yeah, I'm going to cry over this one. She's a little sweetie. She's a little sweetie. She's so smart. She's really smart. But I'm going to go out and play with her and spend some quality time with her today. Fortunately, the owners aren't coming until 8 o'clock, 8 p.m., so I've got plenty of time to get the house clean. I like to leave a really clean house, and, you know, got to pack everything up and load up the car. So it's nice that I get to leave late, although that's kind of rather really late, but that's okay. So I'm going to spend some quality time with her and just enjoy the rest of the day with her, and probably cry a few tears. I'm going to go home and probably take a shower and cry. Oh, so hard. I swear, I feel like life is a series of big losses and small losses. It just is never ending, where you have to deal with these little micro losses all the time. Yeah, lots of change in life, isn't there? Okay, sweetie. Okay, she's crying. I got to go out and be with her. Okay, so that's how pet sitting goes. So this is what I'll be doing on the road. All right, see you next time. Bye. Okay, I'm going to show you what she does. She's just too cute. Catches the ball, and she drops it right in my lap. Thank you. Oh God, I love this dog. I just got home from my dog sit, and I cried the entire time home. Gosh, it was so difficult to leave Rylee. Boy, did I get attached to her, and she got really attached to me too. We were really bonded, and that was the most difficult thing I've ever had to do with pet sitting. In the 6 years I've been doing this, she was the hardest that I've ever had to leave and say goodbye to. Oh God, it was just so hard. She was staying, she's so smart. She knew, she saw me packing, you know, and she knew I was leaving. And she was sticking so close to me today. And every time I'd open up the garage door, she'd run out. And then when I'd open up my car door, she'd try to get in, you know. And then when I had to say the final goodbye, I was, you know, trying to keep her from running into the garage. And I was having to sort of put my hand in front of her and push her back, and she was trying, her little body was trying so hard to get past me, and it was just like so heartbreaking to see her trying so hard, you know, to get past me to get to the car. I've never had a doggy do that, and that was really heartbreaking to see her so desperate, you know, to go with me. And that really threw me for a loop. I did not expect to be so heartbroken and sad over saying goodbye. Like I said, you know, I've been doing this 6 years, and it's always sad to say goodbye to the animals, you know, but this one was really the hardest that I've ever had. And it just kind of reminds me of, you know, I've had many pets over my life. The last one was in 2016. I had a little kitty cat, Zena, beautiful calico, and when I lost her, I'm like, you know, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. This loss is too hard. They don't, you know, last as long as you would like, and I just can't go through this loss anymore. I just don't do well with loss. None of us don't do, but I really take it hard. And I thought I just can't be a pet owner. And my life was also kind of in flux. So I just thought I'm going to try pet sitting, because that's a way for me to still get my time with animals, but not have the full-time responsibility and go through all the loss and the pain. So it's been a great thing. But tonight was like the hardest, and I really cried a lot of tears, and I'm not getting over this one real fast. This one's going to take a while. And it's making me wonder if I can actually do the pet sitting on the road. It just might be too much emotional turmoil and stress for me. I've been through a lot lately with the loss of my mother, and I just feel like making a big change, like going out on the road, is going to be stressful enough. And I'm just not sure if doing a lot of pet sits, like a lot, is going to be feasible for me emotionally. I just don't know if I can deal with the stress, because this is hard. This is really, really hard. It doesn't always feel this bad every time. Like I said, some dogs you bond with more than others, but for the most part, I just love dogs. They're just so kind and so sweet. Not every dog. Some of them are little poops, but for the most part, dogs are just so great, and it's so hard to say goodbye to them. And the thing that is when I'm on a pet sit, I really give them a lot of attention. I have the time to do it. And a lot of times clients will say to me, oh gosh, I'm so happy that she's getting some playtime, because I never seem to have the time or the energy, or make the time and energy to spend with my pet, so I'm so glad he's getting some good playtime with you. And so I'm happy that I can give that to pets when I'm on a pet sit, and give them, like with Rylee, we played a lot every day. I really spent a lot of time with her, and, took her out on 2 walks, and we went on to the park today, and she just loved it. And so, they know when they're getting good treatment like that, of course. And so, a little part of you wonders, I hope they're going to be okay, when I leave, and that they're still getting good care. And you worry about them. It was another reason I thought I can't have a pet, for a while. I got to take a break, because I worry about them so much. My kitty cat, Xena, was an indoor-outdoor cat, and every time she went outside, I was like a wreck, so worried about her. I tried to make an indoor cat, but she just was not having it. So it caused a lot of stress on me. I just worried about her all the time, and I always worry about my animals. And so I thought, I just can't deal with that, the stress of that, and then the stress of losing them. But I really miss having the companionship. They're great companions, that is for sure. They just give you that wonderful, unconditional love. Well, I'm gonna go probably take a shower and cry some more in the shower, and then hopefully I'll feel better tomorrow. Sometimes all I can do is just cry it out, and then hopefully feel better the next day. All right, well, thanks for listening. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.